I'm Craig Kenneth, a relationship coach and a psychotherapist. Every relationship is different and every breakup is different. Work with me and you'll get professional help on your situation. And if you're in no contact, focused on personal growth, my workbook series, The Knowledge, will help you make changes like you've never made before. Available now at AskCraig.net. Hi there, I'm Coach Craig Kenneth.
I'm Coach Margaret.
And today we're going to be talking about I am emotional and dramatic.
Drama. Okay.
I have an older video that you might want to check out that's called When There's Trauma, Look for Drama.
Yes, they go together.
They really do.
Might be a good one to repeat.
Yeah, it's a really good video. I did it, I think, a couple of years ago.
I think you did too.
So, today we're going to be looking at an email coaching with someone that was very emotional in their relationship. We're going to explore that, and we're going to kind of look at how our anxiety often causes us to lose emotional self-control. And Margaret, I'm sure, can expand upon that because she's got tremendous understanding of object relations and how it causes us to just get terrified. Right? So this email is from a woman who's in her early 20s, and she's been dating a guy who's a couple years younger than her, and they've been together for 3 years. Okay? She says, minutes before the breakup, I called him crying and told him that I was hurt because he was unaffectionate and neglected me for a while now. Now, that could absolutely be true, right? That could be the case.
That he has neglected her, you mean? Yeah.
And she was hurting. I believe that. However, I wonder if she was particularly sensitive because she was hurt in her childhood.
And that would be my first thought.
Because of the way she put it, right? Margaret and I have just been doing this for a while, where sometimes just the way people say things, we kind of get a vibe to it, right?
Right.
So she says, I felt that way for months, and that's why my anxiety levels were so high and felt like I was competing for his attention. I also become too jealous, and my anger would sometimes get the best of me, which I do believe that's what pushed him away. I'm sure she figured that out watching a lot of the videos that we've done. Because oftentimes our anxiety has us absolutely focused on whatever our agenda is. And we can't think clearly or objectively. We just in this mindset of we feel like we're dying until
we literally feel like we're dying.
Until we're going to get what we want.
Yep.
So because she had this underlying fear, she was getting jealous and angry, and then she didn't care about how she treated him.
No, not when she was in that state, she didn't.
Exactly.
And she feels he's mistreating her.
Exactly, so she's probably justifying it on some level.
Right.
Another thing, my ex-boyfriend finally made friends and started to go out with them. But I would get jealous because I was not used to him having friends, especially friends that were girls. Now, I can understand why she would be a little insecure about friends that are girls, especially when he isn't really being attentive to her, and she's already feeling like he doesn't really care. So now you compound that with him spending time with other women, and it's really going to affect her, right?
However, given their ages, probably their social group is a mixed group of,
True, yeah. She said, I constantly told him that I felt like he was going to cheat on me. Sure, because she didn't feel like he cared.
Right.
And I know that pushed him away. And there probably is some truth to that.
People don't want to be accused of things. Yeah.
Yeah. And sometimes they get so fed up with you accusing them, they're like, well, I might as well do it.
If I have the name, I might as well have the game.
Yeah, I'm already getting blamed for it.
Yeah.
During the breakup, I will admit I was too emotional and dramatic. In reality, he is not an affectionate person. So that makes me think he's probably avoidant as well, making this compound and even worse, right? He grew up without a dad, has a mother who constantly moves from boyfriend to boyfriend, and has other bad examples in front of him. He says that his upbringing doesn't affect him, but I do believe it does because he bottles everything up.
So she's telling him it's inevitable that he's going to cheat on her.
Probably, yeah, or she's insinuating it.
Or you might be just like your dad and leave.
The other thing is that he's saying that his childhood doesn't affect him.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah, sure.
Okay, buddy.
Yeah, I've heard that one before.
Yeah, from every avoidant ever.
Right.
No, that didn't affect you at all. You're wonderful and you communicate well.
Yeah.
His friends describe him as quiet and serious. Although I mainly mentioned the bad in our relationship, there's more great than bad. Well, there wasn't any great so far, but
Good.
let's hear what it is.
Good, I'm glad she got here.
He said that I have done more for him than his mom ever did.
Oh, okay.
That tells you he didn't get much from mom, and yet you don't think you're affected by that? You're affected by that. I basically raised him these past 3 years into the man he is today. Wow. That's quite a compliment from her. That she raised him instead of the mom, although I don't know you want to re-raise
it's going
him.
to complicate things. Is he her lover or is she his mother? Or, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Well, sounds like mom. Here, listen to this. I paid for his school, truck, filled up his gas tank every week. I did it without expecting anything in return, as long as he was grateful and loved me.
Oh my.
That's sad.
Yes, it is.
That's sad. And yet, all of that made her just fall in love with him more, and it seems like he kind of took her for granted, like a mother's kind of love, doesn't it?
Or he might have felt smothered and backed off further.
I didn't speak to him for a week, and I reached out to him because I kept in contact with his mom even after the breakup without him knowing. That's not a good idea.
No, you didn't. He always finds out.
And it's not a good idea.
No.
And she said that she spoke to him, and he stated he misses me, but would not reach out to me because he was still thinking.
Okay.
I showed up at his house unexpected, and we began to talk. I told him that I really miss him and that I love him, and that if other people who went through worse stuff could make it work, why can't we? He said he was still thinking and that he's leaning more to not wanting to get back together because he likes being single and at peace.
Well, she was kind of constantly at him.
Yep.
Yep.
And he's very young, so
Yeah.
he might want to try and be single. He's been with you his whole adult dating life.
He went from mother to you. Yeah.
Yeah. He said that he doesn't feel the same way about me and has felt that way for months now. He says he doesn't love me. It felt like he was breaking up with me again. The next day, I had to take back the truck from him since I was paying for it and gave him the money he paid. When that happened, we were both calm, and I spoke to him calmly with tears in my eyes and told him that I was not going to give up on him and on us, but will not wait forever. Good, don't wait forever. He stated, just give me space and let me think about it. We hugged, and I gave him a kiss on the lips. I know I have made changes and am willing to do it.
I know I have to make changes.
Have to make changes. Yeah. Do you think we will get back together? Well, you know, the struggle with this situation is essentially a few things for me. Your age, the fact that he's never dated other people, and he's probably wanting to explore that. is one. The dynamic of this relationship probably shifted from a romantic thing to more like a mother.
It sounds more
son.
like a mother. Yeah. She finished raising him, which is what she says.
Yeah. Well, now you've finished raising him. He wants to leave the nest.
Right. Because you're more his mother than his lover.
Yeah. So it sounds like he's thinking about things and values you enough to think like, I'm not sure about this, but he's like, I like this freedom. I like that I'm at peace. I can do what I want. And he's leaning that way right now.
And he did just exactly what he should have done in that transition, which is he went out and made friends. That was his developmental task.
Mm-hmm.
And that was good and healthy for him.
You know, maybe the relationship wouldn't have fallen apart, at least right now, had you been more calm and patient with him. It's hard to say, is it because this woman has been so incredibly hurt? I get that feeling she's been really hurt.
I do too.
Or if it's because he's been avoidant, or because it's both.
I would go for both.
And that's what it feels like for me.
All of the above.
So,
and I think she expects him to understand her like an adult would. And I don't know if he's quite there.
No, because she's been taking care of him.
Yeah.
And I think that just kept her more invested in this relationship than him.
Right.
You know, a lot of times parents or kids take their parents for granted because they're constantly expecting.
Yeah.
And that's the vibe that I'm getting here. So getting back together would mean shifting the dynamic more from taking care of him into being more like partners again and equals again, and also giving him a lot more space than you did before, and having more emotional self-control and not getting angry and jealous and lashing out, which I'm sure you did.
It sounded like she was after him every day. You didn't listen to me. You didn't take good enough care of me, as you said.
Yeah.
And, you know, I'm afraid you're going to cheat on me. And he's thinking, I didn't even do it yet. And
Yeah.
I'm already in trouble.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you got to get a hold of that and explore why you're so anxious. I know you probably haven't dated many other people because of your age. I mean, and because I would have said, have other people complained about this dating you?
Right.
But I would really look into your past trauma and working through your anxiety, because if you don't, you're going to wind up doing this to other people and it'll just ruin other relationships.
Yeah. And I mean, if you're so anxious in a relationship that you're anxious 24/7, that's not going to be any life for you or your partner.
Yeah. Yeah. You won't be able to stay present. It'll just cause constant disconnections, arguments.
Yeah.
Controlling behavior, and they'll just look to run, right?
Yeah.
So give him some time. You said there was a lot of great things in this relationship. We focused on a lot of the challenges here, but give him some time and show him that you can be more independent and calm and relaxed and stop putting so much pressure on him, and maybe he'll want to repair things.
And that you'll let him grow up. Like, go out with his friends. I mean, that's very healthy to have friends. We want everyone to have friends. We hope you have friends and that you go out with them.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Okay, so if you want to get our help personally, just go to my website, askcraig.net, sign up for the coaching option that works best for you. I do email coaching and I do Skype. Margaret is available for Skype coaching.
Feel free to sign up with me. If I can be helpful, I would love to talk with you.
Just click on Margaret on the top of the website. That's it for this video. I'm Coach Craig Kenneth.
I'm Coach Margaret.
And we will talk with you soon.